The town of Petawawa is turning 150 years old. That sure seems like a lot of time. And while many things change over the years, some things simply don't need to. This is the story of a town. And to tell this story properly, we need to go back, way back. The area surrounding Petawawa was shaped over 10,000 years ago when retreating glaciers left an array of lakes, rivers, and creeks that make up the playground we know as the Ottawa Valley. It is no wonder that the town is bordered by 3 provincial parks, including Algonquin, one of our nation's most celebrated wilderness areas. The Algonquin people are the first known to have inhabited the area. Their name translates roughly to people of the Great River. They traded with the Huron to the west and the French to the east, who were envious of their fine furs, their knowledge of the land, and their excellent birch bark canoes. The word Petawawa comes from the Algonquin language and translates roughly to where one hears noise of the water. Samuel de Champlain was the first European to visit the area in 1615, followed by Chevalier de Troyes in 1686. The Ottawa River was a vital route for fur traders and was the main artery used to explore the rest of the country that lay more inland. Many of the portage trails forged many years ago still exist today on Garrison Petawawa. French trappers were the first Europeans to live in the area, followed by a handful of Scottish and Irish settlers led by James McGregor, who became the first elected reeve of the township of Petawawa a year after it was formed in 1865. Next came a wave of German homesteaders who came from Europe with only a wooden chest full of belongings. They toiled to clear the land, but when it proved uncooperative for farming, many turned to logging. The area was rich in timber and the demand was high. Workers balanced their lives atop log booms and jams, sending their growing bounty to population centers that lay further east and south. The area continued to build momentum into the 20th century, and the early 1900s were marked by new businesses like Moen's bottling plant and Giesebrecht's store, which in 1934 became one of the very first Pepsi-Cola franchises in all of Canada. The village of Petawawa was incorporated in 1961. As the population grew, so too did the need for new infrastructure. And in 1975, the Civic Center opened to great fanfare and produced numerous and outstanding NHL players such as Ray Shepherd, Mike Rowe, Joe Ricci, and Roy Giesebrecht. On July 1, 1997, the village and township amalgamated to become the town of Petawawa, with a population today of over 16,000, the largest municipality in Renfrew County. In 1905, the Canadian military acquired land in the area, which was developed in a Canadian Forces base, Petawawa. CFB Petawawa played an integral role in training Canadian soldiers for both world wars and was host to the first Canadian military aeronautical trial in 1909 when the Silver Dart took flight, paving way for the Royal Canadian Flying Corps. In 2013, CFB Petawawa was restructured to become Garrison Petawawa and remains today a vital part of both the community and the Canadian military.
The disc blends in really well with the background for some reason. Like I can't get a heat signature off of it. Yeah. You want to move to the kill zone at the 5, which is 3.1.
The Garrison Petawawa is an extremely important base. It's a very active base, as we know. Currently, it's in the media quite a bit with various deployments, of course, with Op Reassurance all across the world as well. It's a very active base and extremely busy, and a lot of investment has come this way recently, which is great for the town, right? And great for the base.
That was a big catastrophe back then, and the military came to our aid. The Corps of Engineers came together, put a Bailey Bridge over there, and got working on that in collaboration with our community, with the province of Ontario, to make the necessary repairs so that the traffic could flow again. We've always come together, and we continue to work together. The reputation that we have here in the community is very special and is recognized by the Canadian military throughout Canada as a template for what other communities should be trying to achieve. There you go. Oh, well, you just have to go outside. I mean, we're 5 minutes away from some of the finest recreational opportunities anywhere.
I mean, I used to be a whitewater kayaker and spend a lot of time on the river, but biking's really kind of taken over, and currently I'm just having a hard time juggling too many sports, so biking it is for now.
So we had a lot to do with getting the construction yard bike park built in Petawawa. We had Jay Hoots come in from BC. He's well known for building bike parks all over the world. It was really important that it was a community project, and all of the funding and money and everything all came through the community for it. So pretty proud to have it here. There's not many small communities that have a bike park of this level and this caliber. It's really a pro level, well-built, professionally designed park. It's really cool.
If you're a young family, I can't think of a better place to come and raise a family. It's a very safe community, very active community. The community center, the Petawawa Civic Center, is the hub of activity. You only have to go down there in the summertime to the bike park, to the ball diamonds, to the soccer fields. Yeah, it's a very young, active and very fit community. The Ottawa River, the Petawawa River, the outdoor experience, that's what attracts people to this area, and that hasn't changed in 40 years. The volunteers are still as active and committed as they always were, and hopefully that'll continue well into the future.
This event began in 2009, small event. We were really just looking for a way to promote the river and to celebrate the river. It's a really beautiful asset to have in this part of the country. It's a beautiful asset for the residents of this community, and we wanted to get more people outside, out to the river and enjoying it. It's a beautiful place to be. We use this as an opportunity to go rafting or to go whitewater kayaking or canoeing, but you can also go stand-up paddleboarding. We have activities for the kids as well to get them and draw the families out to the river, because that's a really important part of the festival as well. Even if whitewater isn't your game, there's a lot to do at Hell or High Water, a lot to do around Petawawa.
The Ottawa River, of course, is a massive river. It's huge, and Renfrew County has some 900 lakes in it. As I say, you're 5 minutes from anywhere. Recreation is very key to the quality of life here. Over the last 5 years, there's been something like 12 or 1,300 homes built within the town of Petawawa. We have 3 active subdivisions in place at the moment, and another 3 that are coming on stream. So again, there's maybe another 1,000 homes that we're looking at going forward over the next 5 or 6 years. It's nice to see a community that we're almost inventing from scratch.
You know, Petawawa is in such a remarkable position that it's got this beautiful whitewater river running right through the heart of town. So I always come back to this question. Having spent a lifetime around rivers and made a career of working on rivers as a river guide and an instructor, I come back to ask the question, what would it cost to build a resource like that in a town? And it's absolutely impossible. Petawawa has what nobody else can build for any amount of money. So what Petawawa has the advantage of is this beautiful whitewater river, warm water through the summer, gentle rapids for most of the year. As a means of attracting people to come to the region, already Petawawa is on the map as a great place to paddle.
Petawawa of today, much like the Petawawa of old, is a place rich in history and natural beauty, where community spirit and hard work align, and where outdoor activities abound. And much like the canoe passed down from this area's first people, this town will move into a bright future with a sense of both tradition and relevance that come from so many years lived. So here's to another 150 years.